Alright, hello. Booting up my game, and I'm using a very old overlay scene that I found back in the day. So, unfortunately, I don't remember how to change the color. I'll have to look for something different. This was just I just looked for it like about half an hour ago, and I decided to put it back on because I just feel like it's a little bit better in order to start the stream again instead of starting it on the Diablo itself, which is pretty standard to start with the game that you're playing anyway, and the only game that I'm pretty much going to play for a long time. Uh, so yeah, I decided to pull this old stream starting scene back up. Uh, just make some quick changes and that's it. I haven't really explored again how to switch things on it. It's been a long time since I uh, used it. It's like 3 years ago. Because 3 years ago it was really really cool that the the effects of it is really cool, and I could change the color, and I still have to figure out using Streamlabs whether Streamlabs changed anything in particular with uh in order to change the hue. And I just haven't explored it too much, and I decided that it's just a stream starting thing. It's no big deal. I'm not gonna go really fancy. But then if I were to go fancy, I'll probably get an entire set instead. So I I would most likely get an entire set at some point. But for right now, this is what I'm be going with. And for today, for some of you, no, I am going to be pushing my 131. I think I can start with that at the start of the stream. Uh, I I don't really need too much warm up. I think the warm up comes with whether I can get it on the first try. Although this is no longer the first try, it's going to be the fifth try onwards because I ruined the first try. Let's change the scene, and again the game thing is a bit broken, I guess. So let's fix that. Okay, it's fixed. All right. Um, as I was saying, I ruined my first try because I was using Bane of the Powerful for my speeds, which I normally don't even touch. I either go for the Hoarder or my gold farming, and then I make sure I switch it back to Stricken. Uh, in the case of when I do 110 or higher, and then I ended up leaving it on Bane of the Powerful on accident as I was trying to do my 131 quickly on the in light that my speeds was using up my RNG. So I decided to do 131, and then I got festering on the first floor, and I was really 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 happy, and I was clearing it pretty fast, and I was like, whoa, I'm clearing it like in 8 minutes, and then I had like 6 minutes time. I was like, what's going on? And then I finally realized what was going on when I hit the Rift Guardian. So that was that. And then on the second try, I fixed the stricken issue. But then I didn't get very lucky maps after that. In the middle I got Furnace, and I got one Arcane Waller pack that I was trying to pull and chain uh halfway through. And the issue with that is that when I was escaping, trying to escape and chain, I got walled in, and then there were three beams ahead of the escape route, and then obviously I just was trying to go too fast, and instead of getting trapped uh at the walls, I actually decided to escape. But when I did that, I actually ripped on the arcane beams. And before that, I was procced already, so that's why I was running around too, trying to not get hit. And then I ended up making it worse. And that was 5 seconds. That basically out of the whole thing, I missed it by 5 seconds. And one key issue was that rip. So on the second try, I just failed as well. And then third and fourth were just me probably getting really upset and just tired of it. And then I just didn't get anything good, anything better than the first two tries. So basically today is going to be my fifth try onwards. And yes, I do try to count as closely as I can, without necessarily looking at how many keys I used, like not all the time. But let's go ahead and look at the leaderboard, see where I fell with the 130. I think last time I was at 660 rank or something like that. Uh, and then I've fallen 20 to 30 ranks over the week, I think. And yeah, see, my time isn't that good. So that's why I felt kind of strange when my time was like 8 minutes in of the 131. Even though, yeah, sure, I got festering, but I don't think that that was going to be that drastic unless I was using some other gem. And apparently I was using my Bane of the Powerful. So if I do get my 131 today, I would get top 500. And that's where I want to stay. It's not my goal, but my that's where I want to stay. And the issue about staying is that I have to make sure I keep up until the end of the season, where most people would actually go for the last 2 days kind of push, and that's gonna affect my staying part. All right. Uh, with that, I'm gonna look over what I had used, which is my standard uh highlighting detail. I would always look at the gear first to kind of show the previous run. And then, if I do remember, I would actually show the current successful run hero details as well. But this is just like my kind of um, routine, just to show that the gear changes are not that much more in between. And if there was, then you would also see it. So I do use Icy Trail and not Rocket Storm, and I use Vanishing Powder because your gear is kind of cooldown based. And then I have my useless vault that only comes up half the time, even less sometimes. But I would say half the time it's usually for Oculus rings and whatnot, and also chaining density as well. Yeah. To update everyone, I think I basically decided to uh, re-augment my Valas as well as one other item. I think it's my restraint, I think. And then I definitely auged my focus and my chest piece since I last pushed. So when I did my 130, I had two missing augments, like I mentioned in my video of my 130 clear. I had two augments missing, which means I still have room for improvement for my 131 at for the 131 attempt. And now that I do, so my damage is definitely increased. And I think my Paragon there was what 1560 something, wasn't it? 1561. And now that I've been playing with friends, I actually don't rats all that much, except when the group just so happened to be it, then so be it. But I'm at 1755 now, which means I also have not only those two augments, but also the extra paragons. And normally, I would say the general rule of thumb for me is about 150 to 200 paragons per greater increase, per greater push increase. That's the rough estimate. And then as it goes higher and higher up to a certain tier, then it goes beyond 400 and 500 per, depending on how good gear is. Not it goes up to about 400, 500 per increase, and that's where the Paragon comes in. But I am doing them at a very low Paragon, I would say. But now it's about on average paring with the with other people. I mean, if I look again where other people are at, they're that the person ahead of me versus that one. I'm like almost 500 Paragon out, and see this guy's done it even earlier, even sooner. So which is great. I love watching people who have done it, much sooner. Of course, again, there's also another theory where they actually got their festering or got their eternity uh on the first try. Let's just assume that, or that they actually do the thing that normal people do. 1800 and then 2600, 1800, 2K. So around here is the 1800 to 2K range. So for the 131, which is what I'm looking for, it's about 2K, I would say. So roughly 2K. Okay, here's the 1984, so yeah, 2K. So most people who've been doing this is around the 2K range. Ooh, this guy's at 1699. Okay, 1600. Okay. Okay, so I'm in the range. All right, I'm in the range. So my issue with why I'm talking so much about 1600 and 1800 is because of my rings. My rings actually don't match up for the push that I'm doing. Before I do that, let me just check that I have everything and not Nemesis again. All right, so 131. I don't think I need to warm up. I'll just go because I've already been talking too much. This is a good start. I like Desert Hilltop, and I got Val Swarms. Okay. See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. I actually play it as is. If you warm up, sure, warm up by all means. But you can warm up just the same by starting immediately, and then you may get the right mob types. And I actually prefer the mob types, even though I just mentioned that Desert Hilltop is fine. I actually prefer having the right mob types first. Map comes as a bonus. Mob type is the key. So my progress bar is fine. Is my I think I hope my words aren't blocking it. I do like my words being under overlay. It's a little annoying, I understand, but that's what I found, and that's when I got my primals. So give me 1 second. Okay, it's not blocking the progress bar this time. All right. So I try to use Oculus rings as best I can. This yellow is gonna be a pain to do, so I'm gonna slowly pull if he wants to come over. All right, so now it's where it's gonna get worse. Unless I see more density. Uh, Definitely overcommitted a little bit, but this guy likes to charge. So that's why I'm gonna be pulling him. I'm sacrificing the time to actually do this. And the density halfway through this map isn't as good as the start anyway. So chances are the time is going to become beige. And as long as you're still fighting that one elite consistently, getting a beige progress bar is okay. But if you're just obviously lacking damage or not chaining or not attempting to chain, then it's gonna be a problem. Thank you, Templar. Ah, I need to get my screen back out. Sorry about that. I don't normally pause so much in my pushes, but I'm just trying to get my screens all together and double checking, triple checking since I went back to add my stream starting screen. So for this guy, I am still gonna get back the time if I do kill him, which I am killing him. Um, the problem with this is obviously I probably shouldn't have fought him at all because he's going to delay so much time. The only reason I'm actually bothering with him is because he charges. And if he charges correctly, he saves me time in chaining. Because normally it takes forever to get some elite to follow you, right? So here's the density again, which is good because I want the Oculus rings. So I just saw that I engaged another guy, and sorry, my alarm went off. All right. Did I have my game sound? See, this is why I'm pausing because I forgot to have my game sound on. All right. Not that the game sounds any more interesting than uh my voice. So here the yellow is about to drop while I'm fighting a new pack. So this is kind of what you want to do in an actual push, and when you're attempting your push, kind of make sure you're setting things up. Oh goodness, I actually did not mean to do that, but I do realize that I just pulled another yellow, so that proc was bound to happen. It was just I could have just prevented it entirely. But of course, when you're fighting a Waller and whatnot, that is going to happen. I am behind time now because apparently this yellow is still not dead, which is the one that I wanted dead by since like 30 seconds ago. So this Waller is a problem. So Wallers affect my rate of killing that yellow because it's blocking half my piercing, which also means that that blue pack that I was fighting is getting only half the damage. And so I'm also playing safer because I got procced and I don't like ripping because when I rip, you basically lose almost two entire cycles of your uh, COE. So I'm really hoping that I can actually kill two out of the three while this is happening because the Waller pack actually ruined this on top of me messing up. So that yellow went down and see I if it wasn't the Waller, I would have parsed my time, but because of the Waller, I actually lost time. And so I have a feeling that this is a bust already, unless the second floor is great. So because I overcommitted, I have to start trying to kill one of the two here, which means I am going to have to risk another prop. Thank you, Templar. I really have to kill something here. It's just pointless. The issue with this is that they're really healthy, so I feel like this is very bad decision, and I'm running out of trash for the rings. So at this point, I think I'm gonna have to kill both of them, and it's gonna take forever. So I'm just gonna be failing this one unless I can bucket. All right, come on, kill this guy faster, 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 please. Thank you. All right. Okay, this is okay. Now, this density is amazing, which means I actually wasted time on the previous floor. But I have to deal with what I did. So, let's just go ahead and forget forget it. Forget it. All right, let's take the shield now. I kind of want that extra boost to finish off this last bit. Yeah, I know I'm cleaning up too much, but I wanted to gain back my time. All right, let's move on. Alright, electrified. I don't think I want to fight here. There's too little to fight there. Okay, this is better. This is better. Alright, let's see if I can do a little bit more. Okay. This is better. Alright. Let me see if I can do a little bit more. Okay, maybe I didn't want him on the stairs. Alright, I need to power the time, please, so I'm gonna use this opportunity to do that. There you go. I guess he's a good follower. So if he's good at following, I'm just gonna kill this density and make him follow. Because I really want to move on. Man, I really messed up the first floor, huh? Well, think my shield's about to go down soon. Shield's about to go down right now. Okay, alright. See. Okay, this is the end. Ah, getting a phone call for some reason. Alright, I can't really take it. Using the edge. Okay, I had to use a potion there. Alright, they are all. This guy's almost done. Almost done. Okay, getting out of here. Ugh, this is not good. The first two floors were amazing. This one, not so much. This one, not so much. This density is really hard to work with. I may be able to work with the Hulks here. Just gotta like pull them together. When you're fighting Hulks, thank you, Templar. Perfect. Thank you. So when you're fighting Hulks, one thing you want to do is make sure you have about 5 or 6 of them, or else you're just losing time. Especially when you're not at the right paragon or something. You're gonna lose time if you are fighting too little of them. And I think I should move on right about now. Okay. Channeling, just take it now. I think I'll fight here for a bit. Since I have a the clone to help me a little bit. I'll just fight here a little bit. When I said, at least 4, this was close enough. The ghosts did have some potential there. Alright, I need to move on. Alright, this is an issue. Okay, this is really bad. Because this is at the end of the floor. So unless my next floor is amazing, I'm gonna be running out of time for the Rift Guardian. So I basically screwed up my first floor really badly. Yeah, see, I have to use the full duration of my Oculus Ring. And one problem that I'm having here is because of this guy. I Ever since last season, I realized that there's always a big issue with this build is that one of the blues is gonna be so healthy that it's almost worthless. All right, I gotta go. So my issue is now time for the Rift Guardian. If I don't get a good density to finish this off, chances are I won't be able to kill the Rift Guardian on time. Okay, I'm risking my time there, and the reason for that is I needed the density. I needed a kill percentage. I don't think I had it. The kill percentage just wasn't there. Yeah, I don't think I have time. This was a bust. Yeah, yeah, this was a bust. So the the bust comes from the mistake of hanging around on the first floor too long. Because I think my fourth floor was fine, and then the fifth floor here was also is also fine. So basically, I spent way too much time on the first floor, just trying to talk it out. And this guy is also it's floor five. That's not fine. Actually, no. It's. I mean, sure, of course, it's not fine. In my video, talking about my pushes, uh, usually you don't get too far into floor five. Yeah, yeah, just get a good riv. Yeah, I'm not gonna be fishing for those particular ones. Uh, if by then I would just rather, be over Paragon. There's no point playing if you're not at the right Paragon either way, right? It's just the same, you know. Oh, look, it's not the right map. There's no point playing the first floor, so you just literally quit in the first second. That's not the point. Every good every good if every push was a good map, people would do it since your solo push of 70. Then the game is, they should really put in the WoW when you leave when you're a deserter, they should put that cooldown upon as a deserter because the first 5 seconds was not even complete. People literally don't even play the first 5 minutes, 5 seconds. But yes, sure. Uh, if you're on floor five, there might be a problem, but that's also not necessarily true because your mob types may be really bad to where you needed floor five, or your pylon just didn't pop up on one of the floors, or like you have an exit pylon, and then the exit pylon just ruined it, right? So let's say you got an exit power pylon. How does that help in any way? It doesn't. Or an exit conduit that ate up like a ton that you have to like patrol. You have to walk that Act 3 tower map, or even a spider cavern. If you happen to get a spider cavern on an exit pylon, then it's stupid too. Then it's basically another floor eaten up, regardless of how many floors there are. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Paragon is a whole thing, right? Who doesn't? The one answer to everything since what season 13, or did they even come up with it since season 12? Yeah, yeah, yeah. The fishing part, but 131 isn't it? I think people assume the wall too soon. By the way, I did my 130 on EU with 1560 also. 1560 something. And my EU side is actually 2.9, 2.8 mil, 2.9 mil sheet. Because of my amulet that's bad on the EU side, I got trolled pretty hard. So that's why my damage is not the same. But I also did the 130 with almost a mil short. And I didn't fish either. Both sides have done 130. And hello, by the way. Nice to see you again. Yeah, I think the point of fishing comes around 135. Unless your gear is like limited based on your gear. So like based on my rings, I'm allowed to fish based on my rings. But I don't do that by principle or by my own preferential principle, right? Because my rings don't match up. For me to actually push 130 plus, my rings just don't match up the power. Every other piece is all reasonable. Like, I'm not trying to say primals is definitely not reasonable to that point, but like, I would say all my other pieces match up to the tier I'm doing. Whereas my rings are just not up to par. It's not the augment issue, it's the lines, it's the stat lines. The stat lines are so poor that at this point I should have, you know, area or double crit for both. So this one should have area, this one should have double crit lines. Then if I still don't do the 130-ish, then that's my problem. Alright, let's go for another one. Constructs? No thank you. But I'll just fight the density a bit here and then move on. I don't actually like the constructs, even though they're dropping pretty fast. Again, I got Valswarms and Scorpions. So like, for example, you don't like the map, right? Let's just say you didn't like the map. Would you have seen that they were Scorpions, or would you not bother? I mean, Valswarms and Scorpions. Valswarms in particularly. So a lot of people actually wouldn't even have walked ahead. Half the people wouldn't have walked ahead to see if it was Valswarms and Scorpions and medium spiders. They would have quit because it's not the starting floor of the three ideal maps that they want. This is what I'm talking about. It's not just about not fishing. It's like they care more when mob types do matter too. I've had an Eternity map where last season I had 40 trash for the first 40 for the first 5 minutes of the uh battlefield. I had 6 elite packs and only 40 trash. And how am I gonna gain my stacks for the seasonal theme with 40 trash? Literally, I had 6 elites. The 6 elite gameplay would be more this season. It wasn't fitting last season, even though you have a good map. The good map, by definition, is the three ideal maps. There's nothing to do with how the density is or not. So I have a feeling this blue is not worth it also. Spire, okay. Alright, speed, one blue. This is not very good Spire. Thank you, Templar. What did I get? Is that a critter yellow? Because I can't see him. There's just too many of those silly mob types. Okay. Yeah, it's a critter yellow. It's a jug too. But I wasn't really concentrating on him. I was concentrating on density. So I mean, if he's gonna die, he's gonna die while I'm pulling him. So I got a blue, but this blue is a mess. Thank you, I guess. This blue is a mess. It's just too much to deal with. So I'm just fighting whatever. I really need to clump them more together. They're just too far apart. – 48%? That's gonna be a problem, huh? That was a bad teleport. I think that's the end of the floor, huh? Well, soon. Just engaged another pack. Okay. Make sure I brought them all together. I might have lost one or two of them. Really? Another pack? Where's my pylon? Did I eat it on accident already? Alright, I need a conduit. Really? Wow. Okay. That's a bust. That's a bust. Wow, I ate my pylon. I even watched the 48 to 50% marker, but I ate my pylon. Okay. Wow, this Waller is. Is there another one, or I killed both of them already? Okay, gotta skip that one. Ooh, okay. Alright, alright. Floor 3. Is that a 5 pack? Okay. Ah, Waller. Okay, this is annoying me. Okay, double pack. Maybe I shouldn't pull them this way, because this is gonna be a problem. This density is so trashy on this festering. This density is so trashy on this festering. Wow, I enjoy festering, but I'm not I'm not seeing the light of the festering. I like the spire better earlier. Ouch. This Waller is a pain in the. This Waller is killing me. Yeah, this Waller is killing me. Ah, this Waller, man. This Waller. This Waller, man. I swear. Everything else is fine. I would have been fine. I would have 0 rips. This Waller. So 3%. Really? I got all the orbs and it's 3%? Okay, fine. Density. Oh, not this guy. Wow. This is a problem. I almost want any other one. Well, I guess not the arcane one either. Ah, this guy I have to play like a hawk. and he's not in a good position for me to play it properly either. Yeah, this guy. Ah, that was bad. Yep, that was bad. Missed it by that much. And that was because of the deaths too. The Waller, stupid, messed up yet again. It's the Wallers twice. That was the two rips. I would have barely finished it, like 1459 or something. The two rips. 1506. So two rips equals what? 5 seconds plus ramp up plus another five and ramp up. That's like 12 seconds, roughly, at least. Which means I lost based on that two rips. Waller. Waller Arcane, by the way. It's always Waller Arcane that gets me. Now this is a bad opening. If you want to talk about bad opening, this is probably one that I would fish. Compared to like the last few, I can already tell this one is worse than the last two. The last two were fine. I just played it wrong on the first attempt, and then the second attempt, my two rips were stupid. Cost me. But this one is just bad by principle. Okay, thank you, Templar. That was helpful. But I'm trying it anyway because the density is okay. That one hurt. I mean, normally, if it's bad, like really bad, then you won't even par the time. Oh, okay, it's a spinner. A yellow one at that. No. You know this is bad compared to the last two. I already called it. I called this one faster than the other two. The other two attempts were fine. This one's not, clearly. I'm gonna check what the next floor is though. That's why you see me, I'm like already going through the map as quick, well, as quickly as I want to go in consideration. Because you don't want to just have a beige bar throughout, or else you would just have quit from the door anyway. If you want to have a full beige bar by not killing absolutely like anything at all, then you might as well have quit in the beginning and just get a new get a new rift going. But if your bar can stay roughly, then the second floor determines whether you make or break. And that's the old rule, right? Especially a bar, when you used to have a charge, when your pushes, if your pushes contain a charge ability, you would actually charge all the way to the second floor to see what the second floor is like. And if the second floor is like Corvus or a map that you don't like, or that's not in the list of good maps, then you would leave, right? So based on that, that is the core principle. And a lot of people actually decide that that core principle isn't there anymore. It's not just because they're not a barb necessarily. They just decided that that core principle doesn't make sense, and they taught people it anyway. All right, what is the second floor? Yeah, this is a bust. Power too soon as well. This is a bust. Power too soon, and it's a shielder, and there's not enough for 2 packs with the power. All right, time to leave. Yeah, that's when I leave. So that was what, fifth try, sixth try, seventh try, and then now it's the eighth try. Eighth try. Here we go. Okay. And also another problem that I have is I'm not watching my COE cycle to not enter the rift first. And that's the other part I would say is probably another trick that I could do. Pretty painful. Okay, next. All right, next. Really? I guess the shock tower did actually hit me. This is painful. This is a problem. This is a problem. It had to be a Waller, huh? Waller, huh? Wait, my computer. That was a load. All right. This Waller is going to be a problem. Okay, good. I'm actually not fighting the Waller, by the way. Corvus third, second. Uh, wow. Double pack here too. So unless I get a well-timed pylon here, this is a bust. Ooh, look at this. There's a chance. The only issue I have with this chance is that did all the snakes follow me? Did all the snakes follow me because I walked pretty far out? All right. So let's hope that the snakes all follow me, or else this is like, okay, they did. Okay. Okay. I guess I'll just take it now and just keep going. So the issue now is that the power pylon came a bit too soon. So which means that my ending has to be super strong, or else I'm just done again, and this will be a whole debated fight. That was a well-timed shield pylon. I needed that. How much is this guy? He's not he's not dead enough. Okay. The issue with these guys is that they don't like to follow. So I think this is a problem. When they don't follow, this is a problem. Yeah, when they don't follow, this is a problem. I have a bad feeling that that is a bust just from that because I've already used my conduit and power, and these guys didn't follow. So the conduit and the power would have been great for this spot too. Because if I kill all these three, four things together, I would gain so much time. It'd be ridiculous. Okay. All right. Giving up on that. Thank you, Templar. I'm feeling a little lost actually. Just saying. The map, I'm just feeling a little lost right now because I'm so focused on the time on wanting to get this done with this time that I have. I'm just not observing where I'm going. Is it really the other way earlier? Okay. Well, we clean out this density first. Okay. Next. Ooh, really? Okay. This guy is gonna be an issue. because if he teleports and gets away from the Oculus rings that are even possibly given, then it gets silly. Concentrate fire, please. The only issue with Crusader King. Really? The one time I needed it not it needed him not to. Got it done. 420. Rank 420. Eighth try. I think it was eighth try. Rank 420. Okay, eighth try. That was fun. Took me a bit. Could have done better. Wow. Had to give me a compass rose. Can can they give me a focus restraint instead? Because this compass rose is amazing. I mean, it's not area crit, but this is as close as it can get for a damage version of compass rose. Uh, 3 of 15. Not ancient. 7 of 30. Uh, it's this was fun. Okay. Uh, Still gotta spend more. Not ancient again. Alrighty, that was fun. So, gems that I do. Guess I'll just do this one. Really? Wow. Huh. I wanted to get it at 131. Doesn't work. Oh, well. All right. Uh, Wolves. I got my 131 and rank 420. That was pretty funny. Out of all the ranks, 420. That's pretty Where are the EXP pools? Really? Are there no EXP pools in this instance? No wonder I failed my for upgrades for 60%. Are there no EXP pools at all? Wow, this is intense. Every single pool is a health pool, and I've gone to what 4 or 5 places already. 4 places. Still, still health, still health pools. Wow. Okay. This game still health pool. That's like 7 health pools in a row. By the way, ridiculous. All right. Initially, I went here straight away, so hopefully this is the spot because it's getting a little ridiculous. So far, not looking like it. I have to go to Canyon Mines, and if Canyon Mines doesn't have it, it's gonna be a problem. I have to act 3 for them. Fools. Yep. Wow. This game. This game instance just wasn't it. Because I've gone to so many places already. Where are the hell? Where are the EXP pools hiding? Like, are there no EXP pools this whole instance? It's only shrines and health pools? There we go. Wow, 1 out of like 12 spots so far. The odds. Okay, there we go. So 2 out of 13, 14. Ridiculous. 14. Alrighty. Well, at least I got that 131 out of the way.